What a Skinwalker. What a Skinwalker sounds like.
Yo, what the
For TikTok tip number 19, I'm going to tell you why everyone's talking about the stay on a loop. So if you have text on the screen that takes longer than 7 seconds to read, so the viewer can see it again, and that is why everyone is obsessing over this 7-second trend.
Three videos showing alleged Skinwalkers. WTF, dear.
What the fuck? You good, dude? What are you doing?
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. What I told you. Come here.
So I was just out on the mini bike, and what do I see? A deer. Just standing right there.
La oui, la oui injinia. Wachilia kitu, twende. Kumi.
This is a really timely story, and maybe the spookiest place in the country or even the world.
Skinwalkers take the shape of anything, and that thing has not ran off yet, dude.
There's a light.
Yep.
15 generations, indigenous tribes, including the Utes, have referred to this sandstone ridge as being in the path of the Skinwalker.
Residents there say they've heard unusual animal sounds at night, and several ATV riders say they've seen unusual-looking creatures in the distance.
This is so crazy! We're literally hunting for skinwalkers.
Skinwalker, a malevolent spirit, a shapeshifter. It easily ranks as the most intensely studied paranormal hotspot in history.
Whoa. Are you okay?
Dude.
Are you okay?
No, dude, that came from above. That came from right above. It threw something down. I'm not kidding you guys.
Okay.
This is not the first time there have been reports of an unusual creature in the woods. In fact, about a decade ago, it brought a lot of equipment trying to get a picture.
Something strange. There's some knocking going on. We hear some screeches. They're not dogs. They're not coyotes. What could it be, right?
Guys, we're literally getting hunted down by a skinwalker right now.
Jackson, come here, please. Come here. Come behind. Let's go.
I think there's something out there. This is how you spot a skinwalker. On January of this year, a creator by the name Donnie Donahue uploaded a video titled Skinwalker Sighting in Abandoned Mine. In the video, Danny hears an unnerving sound coming from the cave.
What the fuck is that?
Creepy enough, the cave is sealed shut, like it's keeping something locked away.
Did we go up there? I don't hear it anymore. I'll be doing this.
As Danny gets closer, what he captures will haunt him forever. Take a look.
I don't see anything. Go.
See if we can make it move, if it's some kind of supernatural entity. It's not moving. Maybe it's a tree trunk. I don't know. Alright, so I came up to it, and where I recorded it, it was exactly right over there. I came up, and I don't know, it doesn't look like what we were just looking at, honestly, but maybe you can tell me different, but this doesn't look the same thing we saw over there. Plus, it looked to be a lot taller, maybe about right here, about 6.5 feet tall. Here's that tree that you can see from where I was standing up there. So, oh, there's some clothes or something right there. What is that? What's this? It's like a shirt. Oh, does it have something in it? What the hell is this? I don't want to touch it. It looks like it's got something in it. Let me pull it and I'll start recording this.
I got this one. Can you open your... Please?
No, you guys need to find your house and stay there.
We don't have a home. Our parents are 6 feet under.
Oh boy.
Cheese. Cheese. What you doing? What you see? What? What do you see? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on. I think I see a raccoon. Or a person. A raccoon. Are you raccoon or a person? Hello?
You don't want to make a deal with the devil.
You're the guy under my bed.
Remember, they stand behind me, I protect them. They stand next to me, I defend them. Stand against me, I show no mercy.
I'm so sorry. Fist bump.
Yo, you want to see something crazy? Give me just a second. Lily E. Gray, victim of the beast 666. That's here at the Salt Lake City Cemetery.
Keith! Get up here! Get away from him! Come on, guys! You okay?
Bom dia, flor do dia.
Just got back inside the house. I was putting my daughter on the bus. And I came in, nobody else is here, and I'm hearing something on our basement stair. Right there. I'm gonna check it out. Stop. Hello?
अभी दिख रहा भाई इधर आ रहे भाई इधर आ रहा इधर आ रहा इधर आ रहा भाग 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 हो तो भाग रहे हो तो भाग चल 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 चल
Every morning, 3:45 a.m. It's gonna be weird and creepy, but it will happen. Just wait. I'm gonna catch this weird thing going on. Oh shit, there he is. There he fucking is. I told you. I told you.
That's interesting.
Whoa. You've seen this before?
Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Shit. Alright, we're going back inside.
I'll be doing this.
It's coming in from planting those trail cameras. And vultures everywhere. It's odd.
Ever since then, it would seem that whatever was out that day set its sights on luring this man over, perhaps to meet his demise. Late one evening, on another day, he experienced the same thing.
Just saw, looked almost like a coyote run right across here. That sounded like a kid. Or a goat.
Something that sounds like a goat or a little boy can be heard off in the distance. And after enhancing the brightness as he zooms in, it looks like something can be seen on the ground, but it's too hard to make out what it is. Fully convinced he is being watched by a skinwalker or some other type of entity, he decides to get a night vision camera and begins thoroughly searching the desert in hopes of finding whatever is lurking around. Most of the time, it seems that he is onto something, but whatever it is, it's as if it's close, yet too far at the same time. However, he does capture something one night. Something completely black stands out when he shines the light from his torch. Many viewers were quick to say it's a crouched shadow figure, while others thought it was an animal or some object. But wisely, he didn't dare risk getting closer to it. And later on, he decided to do a live stream in which the voices could also be heard.
You hear that voice? The horse is looking over there. What is it, Gypsy? Shit. See, they are freaking out. They're hearing it.
We can see both horses react, staring off into the direction of the sound. Some people say the further away it sounds, the closer it actually is. On another night, while using the night vision camera, he captures some movement. This, along with what looks like a shadow figure, or some creature off in the distance is the closest he has come to capturing whatever is following him. I've seen cases like this before, with people hearing voices at different distances, and in some cases their own voice is mimicked and used against them. But just what do you think? Is this a real skinwalker? Or something unknown? Or just another ruse? Once again, you be the judge.
Something was on top of my car.
Leo. Is that a cow? What is that? Oh,
this is like one out of a million things that people will not, they'll think they won't think I'm crazy no more. Wait till you see this. Oh my God, it's like, you should see this thing, Mike. Oh my God, like a gargoyle. It's like a gargoyle, man. And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. It's a plant. On the left side, or by the right? Looking out. The backyard? Yeah, on the right side. There's the weeds there going down that sidewalk. Okay. I got it on everything, and everything. The whole thing right now is the iPad's recording everything. Me, you, and this thing. And I don't know. I should. What's the police gonna think? It's looking. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Dude, this thing is weird. Just sure it's not somebody you should call the police? Yeah, no, it's a demonic creature. It's not human. And it goes back. It just went back. It dove back. It like.
Well, there's certainly no shortage of the pheasant back mushrooms out here. You can see here's one, and then one over here. They look really nice. And then just looking around here in the distance, that tree has a bunch, and then this log over here has a thing. It's time to go.
I'm fucking scared. It's gonna get dark. It's like literally twilight right now. So, I'm wearing these. I won't be able to run in these. Okay, I don't know whether it's because I'm filming a TikTok, but I'm starting to get really fucking scared. Like, regardless, I have to go over there. It must be an animal. Finally sounds like it's back there instead of right in front of me. So, I think I'm in the clear. Someone please tell me what the fuck that noise is. Now, I'm just thinking, like, what if it's a dog that's, like, caught in, like, some fucking thing? I don't know whether to go find it. Oh, I don't know, man. I've come back. Come back. It's moving around, so like it's now moving around. So like I've walked back because I thought it might be injured, but it's moving around. So it's not in one spot. It's moving and I think it stopped.
Animal skinwalkers disguise themselves as 1. Deers, 2. Humans,
'In Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal.
What's up, dude?
Arms are whacked when they're not transformed into animals. Witnesses have described skinwalkers as hollowed-out creatures that look a little like dogs. When I tried to look for information on this creature, my screen blacked out and said this content is not available. In your area, weird, huh? Skinwalkers can run far greater distances than normal people. They're said to be able to run for miles at a time. Usually kills its victims by screaming help in their last victim's voice to attract more victims, then possess a new host.
I thought I seen a big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's not a buck, dude. That's not. Dude, go, 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 go. Get up.
That's my backyard. Zoom it in a little piece. This is the exact spot that I just
I'm hearing the things in my woods again. I don't know if you can hear the noise. I'm recording with night vision right now. I've been hearing the sounds in the back of my woods quite a bit. Back is that? Oh my God.
Come on. This time I had watched the video, I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it, and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped. I could feel my face, all the blood in my face ran. I mean, it scared me.
Matt? Oh, I told you he's sick, he needed to take a breather. Matt! What was? I swear behind me 5 seconds ago when he was there. Man, stop playing around, man. Matt! Oh, he's freaking us out.
What lurks in the shadows?
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Get ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck!
What could these beings be?
They all fallen.
Some there, and most of them are on the floor and have got
yeah.
holes in them. What's that? Yeah.
Oh, look.
What's what?
There.
Yeah, look. Right up there. Insect or something.
Is that an insect? Let's have a look. What is it?
I don't know. Oh my god.
Oh.
Чувак, оно походу и рычит еще. Тихо, тихо, слушай, тише. Сейчас, тебе быстрее. Он где-то тут. Он в сарае, что ли? Нет? Блин!
What that dog doing?
Strange things happen in the middle of nowhere.
What is that? What is that? Wow.
This
Ashley.
Oh my God, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Oh, shit. All right, we're going back inside.
If you've ever wondered what a skinwalker looks and sounds like, this is a great example. They imitate human sounds.
Here you go, Tom.
us. You'll have to jump, Tom. You cannot jump. This is too high. Dude, if you don't jump, it's going to get you. You have to jump. Oh, my gosh! Huh. Come on, Tom. Oh, swim, man. Swim, Tom. Swim. Swim. Oh, my gosh, did you see it? No. No, we've not seen it. Oh, wait, what is... Dude, what is... Oh my gosh, dude, did you see that? Like, oh God, you're too scared. That's the same thing I've been seeing. That's it. Let's get out of here. Let's find out what that thing was. Dude, it's right up there, look. Sorry, man. Why's it keep I'm trying to go, like, right now. Now. There it is. Did you see it? Do you see it? No, hold on. Dude, if we get this on camera... There it is. That's it. Dude, why does he keep chasing us? I don't know. Oh, my goodness. That is, dude, oh my gosh. He's supposed to jump in the water. Are you serious? Oh my gosh! Let's go! What the heck? It's chasing the boat, Tom! Go! Oh my goodness. Go!
Terrifying capture of a skinwalker pretending to be a baby inside an abandoned building.
Escucha. Es un bebé. ¿Hay alguien?
I'm fucking scared. It's gonna get dark. It's like literally twilight right now. So, I'm wearing these. I won't be able to run in these. Okay, I don't know whether it's because I'm filming a TikTok, but I'm starting to get really fucking scared. Like, regardless, I have to go over there. It must be an animal. Oh my God. Finally sounds like it's back there instead of right in front of me. So, I think I'm in the clear. Someone please tell me what the fuck that noise is. Now, I'm just thinking, like, what if it's a dog that's, like, caught in, like, some fucking thing? I don't know whether to go...
Before we start this episode, I just want to let you guys know that currently, as you guys are watching this, we are on a flight to Utah to go film a couple of locations. So instead of taking a week... What about the victims? Yeah. Swim to us. Pull Wyatt under. I don't know. So there's something crazy about this piece. And that's what we want to do before we start asking a couple of questions here. No.
Music box. Dude, it's going.
That was instant.
Holy as soon as you said that, dude.
Point that way.
Why does that sound so different?
I don't know.
It's still going.
That was
What's wrong with it?
That's weird because it took us a while to set up. And as soon as I said that...
There it is. It sounds normal now.
Yeah, what the Whoa, that's weird.
Why is it so fast?
No idea.
Can you walk away from that? Please.
Can you stop the music?
No way.
Oh. Thank you. As I said, I have tobacco here. We just want to make a peace offering. Here's some tobacco. So what are you supposed to do? Snort it?
Hold your palm out like that and state your intentions and let the wind take it.
Our intentions here are just to gather some information from you. Find out why this lake is so mysterious. Find out your secrets if that's okay. Talk to any of the spirits here. We heard about this creature that protects this area called a Skinwalker.
You just said it, bro.
Yeah.
No. You said that word, and it sounded like someone went, ugh.
If it's okay, maybe you can share those secrets with us. Why that creature is here. Maybe also explain to us the stories about the babies in the lake. That sounds like somebody calling out for help. Like right away, things are happening. As soon as we start calling out. Is there somebody out there? Can we talk to you? We have these devices that give you the ability to show us where you are.
So how the peace offering works is basically you hold the tobacco. If the wind, or say spirit of the land, if they accept it, they'll blow it off your hand. If they don't, that obviously means that they don't accept it.
Can you give us this? Owl. Oh, there's an owl. Oh, that's a big sign. Owls and coyotes.
Dude.
We haven't heard that.
That was a different voice.
Dude, I'm starting to get the chills.
We haven't heard that all night until just now.
Don't harm us, please. We're not here for any bad intention whatsoever. If you can, show us that you're here, please. I have this tobacco here in my hand. If you could blow it off my hand, that'll give me that sign that you are okay with us being here. It is a very calm night as well. Just letting you know, there's no wind whatsoever. 2 miles per hour. High gusts are 4 miles per hour. We haven't felt any of the high gusts.
Holy There's no way.
What the bro?
Yo, we might have to go over there.
Yeah. That's where the owl is.
Literally.
This is weird. That was so fast. It took us a while to set up.
Literally.
Yeah. Dude, a long time ago, this place used to be a campground. Over the years, they just, for some reason, weird happened here, and they just stopped. They completely blocked the roads. Huge rocks.
Stop. Oh my God. We gotta go over there.
Wait, you didn't hear that voice?
I did.
Yeah, let's go over there.
Please don't be afraid. What the is over here, dude? There's nothing. There's nothing in its way. Can somebody turn that off, please? Use your energy. Stop that music. Whoa. What the Stop. No, that happened. Do you accept our peace offering? Something just answered us. Something just answered us.
Was that not a voice?
That was a voice. What I'm gonna do here... I think the music box just tinged at me. Shh, movement. There's something moving right there. Oh, shh, there's something moving right there. I'm gonna set this tobacco down right there. The music box keeps going off. I'm gonna set it right next to this music, and if you don't accept it, that's okay. But if you do, it's all yours. Tobacco's there. I'm gonna bring out a device here that you can use your words, whether it's one word or a whole sentence. Use your energy. Show us where you are, please. I really hope that you do accept our offering of peace.
That's not real.
Dude, somebody's right there. Somebody's with it. Do you see this? I put the tobacco right next to that device, and now things are happening. You see this? If we were in the way, the device would constantly go off. This is the distance that there's nothing that happens. Look, I'm going to wave my arms. Nothing happens. If you come towards this device here in my hand, you will be able to give us information, whether it's telling us to leave here or maybe you do want to talk. I don't know how long it's been for any of you, if there are spirits or even creatures here. We're giving you that opportunity right now. Use your energy, please. Approach me. Speak into this device right here in my hand. Who are you?
Watch it.
Watch it.
What the f? First word that comes out, watch it.
We have a responsibility to be lighter on the
battery is half. July 2021. After years of content creation, I was able to purchase my first home. I achieved the American dream, a dream I didn't think was possible before. Everything in my life is great, thanks to the love and support of my fans. It took us a while to settle into this new place. We weren't really used to living in a secluded area. All the houses we lived in previously were much smaller and packed in like sardines. So to be in a much more open place is a blessing. It's a dream come true. Life before my mid-30s was a real struggle. I fought hard to get what I wanted, to provide for my family, and be the best man I could for my kids. Now I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm feeling the weight of my past. It's catching up to me quick. My kids are the only thing that keep me grounded. They make me feel young again. They're the main reason I push as hard as I do. I'd go to any lengths to keep them safe. I would kill, die, or jump in a fire for them. Which is why this video had to be made. November 2021. It was a cold night, and we were taking our new puppy Charlie outside to use the bathroom. We started hearing what sounded like barking noises from across the field behind our house. Upon listening to this barking sound, I noticed that it really didn't sound like a dog. It almost sounded like something was mimicking a dog. Didn't think nothing of it at the time. We were in good spirits, and I started barking back at it. Or rather, I was saying woof.
Woof! Woof! Bark! Bark, bark, bark!
And 5 seconds later, we heard the sound again, only it was right on our fence line. Again, didn't think nothing of it at the time. Then a few seconds later, we heard it on the opposite end of the field. Me and my girl were kind of puzzled. It was the exact same sound, but how could an animal move that fast? Again, didn't think nothing of it. Then we started hearing other sounds, kind of like a bird. And again, I mocked it. Me and my girl were kind of weirded out about the situation, but we didn't take it too seriously. So we ended up going back inside, and about an hour later, it hit me. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, what could have made those sounds? And how could those sounds move from one side of the field to the other, which was hundreds of yards away from each other? Now, it's kind of hard to hear what was going on from the crappy audio of my security cam, but it was one of those things where you had to be there to really experience what we were hearing. The exact same sound, moving hundreds of yards in just a few seconds. So the next night, I went outside to smoke a cigar. I was taking a break from making videos, and something felt off. I started hearing the sound of breathing, and I didn't know where it was coming from. I'll never forget the sound. It was a very deep, slow breathing sound, and it sounded like it was right on me, but I couldn't pinpoint where it was. It was almost as if the sound was trying to lure me out deeper into my yard, but the unsettling feeling I had in my stomach prevented me from doing it. And when I watched the security footage, I was shocked. From that day on, I knew I was dealing with something paranormal. I checked the security cam footage every single day for a month, but came up empty-handed. Until one night, sometime in December, I was taking another break, and I started hearing what sounded like coyotes.
Every sunset is a sign to eat Reese's.
Elevate your business while you elevate your travel with the TD Aeroplan Visa Business Card and earn towards lounge access from everyday purchases.
I don't know if you guys can hear this. I might have to look at the security cam footage, but it sounded like coyotes litter. I don't know if my phone's picking this up. I'll have to check the security cameras. Listen to that. It's all around my house. Dude. Man. This is bugging me out. Again, it was very hard for the camera to pick up the direction of the sound. But where I was hearing these sounds was an impossibility. I've been in situations before where sound actually bounces, but this was completely different. Our street extends into a field, so there's fields on both sides of my house. I was hearing things across the street, up the street, to the left of me. It didn't make any sense. So I decided to go out and kind of investigate. I didn't go too far. I thought I was recording that, but apparently I wasn't, so that footage is missing. But the further out I went, the closer the sounds got to me, until I chickened out and went home. In one area, it was so loud, I thought I was right up on what was making the noise. But there was nothing there. January 2022. After the holiday season, I decided to figure out what was going on. I started on foot, walking Charlie every day, looking for anything I could, hoping to find clues as to what was going on. Every day that I explored, my walks progressively got longer and longer. I realized that this place was much bigger than I'd realized. But like clockwork, every single day at the same time, I would explore out in the cornfields. Being the content creator that I am, I rarely ever leave the house. I was becoming addicted to being outside again. It's been a long time since I've felt that. I was on a mission. I was going to do whatever it took to get answers. But at the time, my methods were slow and I didn't have the right equipment. I started using my electric bike to cover more ground because there's a lot of field to explore. I ran across some pretty unsettling things, but nothing out of the ordinary. Some dead fish, dead turtle, but nothing really groundbreaking. I laid low for about a month, trying to plot out what the next step was. I noticed that during the daytime, there was never anything unusual. No sounds, nothing seemed off. It was just normal. Everything that I'd experienced was in the nighttime, which is the hallmark trait of a skinwalker. A skinwalker is a spirit with the ability to transform into any different type of animal at will. They are most frequently seen as coyotes, wolves, foxes, eagles, owls, or crows. The only thing we don't have out here are wolves. But coyotes, foxes, owls, and crows, funny enough, recently I've seen a lot of. They can also steal the face of different people and can sometimes appear as someone you know. If you accidentally lock eyes with a skinwalker, they can absorb themselves into your body and take control of your actions. The legend of the skinwalker originates from the Navajo, a southwestern Native American tribe. In the Navajo language, the word skinwalker, Yi Naldlushi, and translates to he who walks on all fours. They're able to run incredible distances overnight. Some say over 200 miles in one evening. And while they can take many forms, many people see them today describe them as hollowed out dog-like animals. They also have the ability to recruit more skinwalkers, and the only way you can kill them is if you call them by their true human name. March 2022. As the weeks went on and winter slowed to a halt, vegetation started to take over the fields. I knew I couldn't just wait around for something to happen, so I decided to pick a night where the weather was nice and personally monitor what was going on. It was time to set up a stakeout and use myself as bait to draw something in. All right, so tonight is the night. It's supposed to be, I think, around 63 degrees, but I want to get out there before the bugs and the mosquitoes and, all the plant growth, and it's a cornfield, so they're going to be planting corn soon. And I actually found the tree that I'm going to be sleeping on. It's actually right under a pine tree, which is probably loaded with spiders. But there's no other tree back there in that massive field to get where there's not a whole lot of shrubs and grass growing. So I'm prepping my equipment now. I've got 2 extra batteries for this camera. I've got my hunting camera, which I'm going to be setting up on a tree. I'm going to be taking my pack, my chest pack. Also, For my protection, I'm bringing a nice, big, hefty can of bear spray. Just in case. Not that there's gonna be any bears, but, you know, I wanna have the most potent thing I can if something attacks me. I don't wanna be popping off rounds out in that field. I'm gonna get me some snacks together as well. I got a feeling it's gonna be a wild night. All right, so here we are at the spot under the pine tree, and sun's going down. It's pretty much dark out here. There's just literally just a little bit of light behind me. I'm in for a long night. The IR on the camera is the only thing that's on now, and it's bright enough to light my face, so I've got quite the view. And this battery is half full, so I'm just gonna run it out and then put in the other battery. There's a lot of frogs. I've only been sitting out here for maybe like 10-15 minutes, and already like just the sounds are starting to get to me. But we'll see what happens. This is surreal in a way. I just hope a damn spider don't crawl up on me, dog.
Our family of bags gives your family strength when you need it most.
I cleared this area out as much as I could with my foot. So I'm probably gonna be sitting cross-legged. See if I can set the camera down. It's a little unstable, but I think it'll work good. There's really no comfortable way to sit. Oh man, let's see if I can put my back against this tree with my backpack, maybe lean on it. Oh, that's a little better, not by much. Let's see if we can see anything off in the distance with this IR light. Yeah, can't really see much. Let me turn on the big one. Okay. There's the big IR light. It just goes into darkness. There's where the sun's going down. Over that way. Oh man, what am I doing? As the sun went down and the night progressed, I felt my awareness expanding. I felt a really strange shift in my thought process. And I was doing whatever I could to shut out my own thoughts and just get through the night. It's strange how well the IR light works in this video because it was pitch black. Man, I really wish I could start a fire. I really wish I could start a fire. So as a kid, I was always terrified of the dark. Man, it's crazy how tightly compact your awareness becomes when it's nighttime. You don't trust anything. I almost just want to close my eyes and go to sleep. I should have brought like a stool or a chair. My backside is starting to hurt from sitting here. I don't want to move.
Man, dude, I had a panic attack. I don't know what it was. I was just sitting here and all of a sudden it hit me like a ton of bricks. But I've had I keep thinking I see something moving. Man, dude, this is intense. I wish my eyes would adjust better. Man, I wish I could see in the dark. I cannot believe I'm doing this. I've got my spray ready though. My right foot's starting to cramp. I just want it to be over with. I just want to go to sleep. I just want to relax and go to sleep. It's a weird mixed bag. It's like, it's peaceful, but then it's not. It's like all my senses are just so heightened right now. I haven't felt this way in a long time. I've never been in this situation by myself. Just stranded, if I didn't have my e-bike, I'd be screwed. I've got a headlight on it, so if something happens, I need to bail, I'll just turn that thing on, get the hell out of Dodge, turn on my light up here, grab the camera. I wish I had a third arm. It should be going around 12 o'clock by now. I'm not falling back asleep. I started passing out. Oh my God, my phone vibrated. I started to pass out. I play too many damn video games, man. I'm expecting something to just charge out of the woods, start screaming at me. Buddy, I'm gonna let this loose. I'm gonna let this whole can of bear spray loose, dog, if something comes up on me.
As the night went on, I got more and more tired. It was so peaceful out there. Even though my senses were heightened, my body was relaxed. It was almost like my brain was awake. My body was asleep. Everything was fine. Until it wasn't. Oh my God, it's still rolling. Oh my God, dude. So I just had a panic attack. And dude, I'm hearing stuff. Lots of stuff moving. I got my bear spray ready. I think something's coming through the grass. I can't see. What is that? It's so dark I can't focus. Oh, dude.
There's something walking. There's a lot of something walking. I'm gone. I'm gone, bro. I ain't f***ing around. Oh my God. I'm out. I'm out of this. Arrivederci. Yeah, man. I just want to get out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, if something jumps on me, I'm screwed. Because I'm holding the camera with one hand. I should have thought this out better. I'm toppling off on this bike, dude. Yeah, man. That's it. No more of that. For tonight, anyway. It could have been coyotes. I don't know, but I couldn't see it. I heard it like it was there. Oh, it's so cold. It got really cold out of nowhere. Like freezing. Oh.
Look at this online outlaw. She's just throwing caution to the wind.
Oh my God. All right, I am back home. Dude, that sucked a lot. Like a lot. My heart, dude, is pounding. I didn't want to turn on my headlight. I had no choice. I had no choice. All right, I am back home. And I've never been so absolutely terrified in my life. I'm gonna watch this back and see if I picked up anything. I have no idea. I don't know why I'm still whispering. There's a lot of like corn stalks just everywhere from where they cut them down. And I kept hearing something shuffle. Something was moving them. And it sounded like a lot of something, like it was all around me. I need to prep for that a lot better. Because that was dumb. Had it been a pack of coyotes, I'd have been screwed. Like I said, it could have been it wasn't my imagination. I can't explain that. I didn't make it the full night. Oh, I'm going to bed.
That night, I had nightmares about my experience. Only in the dream, I couldn't run away. I didn't sleep that long. I had totally forgot about my hunting cam that I left up there. I thought for sure there had to be something on it.
All right, so it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's been about 3.5, 4 hours later. I didn't sleep much last night. I have to go retrieve my camera, so I'm just gonna grab my running gun rig. I'm not trying to carry something big with me, and we're gonna go get this camera. Oh man, I'm tired as hell. All right, looks like there's a bunch of people walking up the street, so I don't want them to see me cutting that field. Man, I was so close to getting through the night up there, and I kind of regret leaving, but then again, I don't. Hopefully this hunting cam got something. Here we are in the daytime. Let's check on the camera. Here's the camera. Here's where I was sitting. Yeah, and whatever I heard was coming from that way. I don't know. We'll have to check this footage. After watching the footage of me fleeing the scene, I was relieved and disappointed at the same time. I tried everything I could to manipulate the video, changing the contrast, the brightness, and once again I came up empty-handed. I started wondering if it was just me, if what I was hearing was my imagination. Maybe the dogs barking were just a coincidence. Maybe the howls I heard was just some coyotes. Maybe what I heard in the field was just the wind blowing. I started to second guess my sanity, but I couldn't stop. Now I had
That was not the real Saddam Hussein. He did not. No.
Hey guys, Dakeshi here. Welcome to today's special video after the Out of the Shadows documentary about basically the clones and stuff like that. And basically my personal experience, journey, and research on the topic, and basically that led me to meeting a certain person that basically just confirmed everything that documentary says and even more stuff that I was researching. And basically what I had is I didn't have physical, like I didn't see these people, and stuff like that, but I had documented proof and documents, all sorts of things, court papers, you name it, like, anyway, a lot of paper stuff, but the stuff on it, if I either went public and stuff, I thought my life would have been endangered than people around me, so I kind of got spooked and basically just got, not really rid of, well, it's gone now, but got rid of it. And basically, Out of the Shadow, the cloning and stuff like that, how it happens is, we gotta start from the start, how they got technology from World War II. And it all started with a black budget project called Operation Paperclip. And when they did that operation, is they snuck some Nazis, high officials, they snuck some Nazi scientists, some people that knew stuff, and they snuck some scientists that knew how to clone organism and clone people. And that was in 1945, 42, something around like that, after World War II, but around the end of World War II, they got all that stuff over and created NASA. But they also brought some people that the people over in America, the cults, wanted them to, their techniques and all those kind of stuff, and that's how they got to start the MK Ultra project also, to basically brainwash people to do whatever they want them to do. And I'm gonna go in detail how that happens, and that's how my source got in it. And the only reason I know, because, and I not 100 but 90% sure the stuff she told me was correct, is because she was inside that cult. She also was an ex-CIA and all sorts of stuff like that. And let's just say this stuff, so let me get a little bit more in her story. And basically, her family she's a descendant of the Nazi. That's why I'm not gonna reveal her name. And she basically betrayed them. She told the truth to people. She told what they were doing, all the child trafficking, the people trafficking, the cloning, all sort of crazy shit like that. And basically the cult retaliated back at her. And all that time I was talking to her, and way before, probably back in the 70s and stuff like that, they did stuff to her family. They took her brother away. They fucked with her. I once heard a voice call, like a voice recorded call from her that she got from randomly, and her brother's been dead for many years now. And it's her dead, like, basically the voice of her dead brother saying, like, oh, you better, like, you know, like, confirm, like, step, like, be on point or bad stuff's gonna happen, so, like gaslighting her and stuff like that. And that's not the worst part, is basically they all organized around the people around her, the people that she basically worked with, the people that when she was done doing her espionage stuff and all that kind of stuff, so they organized basically to chip her child, like they did in the documentary. They chipped her child, and basically each time she stepped over the line or didn't do what they told them, they would zap her child. They would basically torture his child right in front of her, and she knew what's happening, and she couldn't do anything.
Did not die like that. Saddam, they got rid of Saddam in the early 90s, but they was using his clones to have fun with you, to be amused. That was not the real Saddam, but he acted just like him. Michael Jackson is not dead. Michael Jackson doesn't look anything the way he did. The slim Michael Jackson, because they know that's what y'all like. The Michael Jackson that y'all saw dancing with James Brown, that was a clone. They had to keep fixing on it because the clone was breaking down. He wasn't going into surgeries. See, clones also can gain weight. So basically what they did, they had to keep doctoring on the clone of Michael, who was alive. The one that was dancing with Michael, or the dance with James Brown, okay, that Michael Jackson, that wasn't the real Michael. When they cloned it, Michael, that clones don't grow hair. So in other words, however they clone you, whatever you have, that's how you're gonna come out. That's just how the clone produce. So in other words, if you're a person that have long hair, however they clone you, that's how the clone gonna look. When they cloned Michael Jackson, his hair was never attached, because the first Michael Jackson that was cloned, his head was in a third to fourth degree burn in Pepsi commercial. He lost half his head. I mean, it wasn't gone, but it was burned. It was very badly burned. Michael Jackson looked like a monster. Okay, and he was still slim. So they cloned him while he was under the knife. And when they cloned him, they needed 2 years to remake him because he looked nothing like Michael Jackson. I don't know if y'all can peep game. So when they cloned him, they had to make him lighter, make up this skin disease, because his skin didn't look the same, his body, they changed everything about him. In the end, when Michael was looking really, really bad, the clone body was breaking down, because clones don't think like humans. Clones have to have people around them and tell them what they do, because they get adolescence. They can't think properly. It's called handlers, right? So when Michael started to break down, his body was breaking down. His nose was artificial. I don't know if y'all noticed, go back and Google Michael Jackson nose. It looks like a robot because it wasn't him. His whole head was a wig. It was a cap, because when they first cloned Michael, he didn't have any hair. It all burnt off in the Pepsi commercial. They put Michael in a capsule, and cloned it. Brought him back 2 years as the clone, and Michael Jackson was watching all of this like, I can't believe they're doing this. So what happened to Michael? He just lived his life. Michael Jackson is still alive. He's already appeared on TV, but y'all didn't even know who he was. Go back and watch the CNN of Larry King, the guy with the glasses, with the real bad burnt victim that played like Michael Jackson saved him when he was a kid. That's Michael Jackson. It burned him so bad it disfigured him. It tore up his skin. It did everything to him. You understand what I'm telling you? And also, after Michael was cloned, the real Michael Jackson, they bleached his skin so he would look nothing like Michael. If you look at the dude who was on Larry King telling you about his childhood, how Michael Jackson helped him, he looks just like Michael. Just look at his eyes. And that's Michael Jackson. He's disfigured. That's how he looked when he got done with the Pepsi commercial.
Joining us now here in Los Angeles, Miko Brando, who was with us almost every night after this untimely passing. Long time, Michael.
Frightening to me.
Under attack. At Laurentian University.
That what you were sending is really an angel, a devil, a UFO.
And where could this type of weaponry be tested? Perhaps not coincidentally, along the US-Mexico border at the Army's electronic proving ground in Fort Huachuca, Arizona.
Keep in mind that test facilities like Fort Huachuca in Arizona are electrical optical test beds, and part of what they're testing are the effects of these electro-optical devices on a target population.
And the target population may be us.
America has to test American equipment in America.
The ultimate weapon in the info war would be so secret, so invisible, so undetectable, you would never know your mind was under attack. At Laurentian University in Ontario, Canada, a young student is about to undergo one of the strangest experiences of her life. They're hooking Denise's brain up to an electroencephalograph or EEG machine. For 30 to 40 minutes, this will monitor her brainwaves. While these electric coils attached on either side of her head will immerse her brain in an electromagnetic field. Her brain actually completes the
can decide the manner in which you wish.
Many experts are skeptical of such an Orwellian scenario, but Persinger thinks the implications are chillingly real.
Suppose you generate a field that produces fear, fundamental fear, in large numbers of people. Then, over the television, more traditional way, as you say, the reason we're having this fear is because of this particular group. And now you start to move the population believing in a direction that you wish.
To influence 250 million people, the equivalent of the entire population of the United States, may not be that difficult. According to Dr. Persinger, we already have the technology, satellites and television and radio transmitters. Mind control may already be happening. We know the mysterious PSYOPs plane can beam persuasive sounds and pictures into people's television sets. Will it someday beam disturbing frequencies directly into the mind? Mind control will be the ultimate non-lethal weapon.
most people kind of in the back of their mind know there's something going on, but it doesn't have anything to do with football or basketball or my paying my rent, so I don't want to fool with it. It's not important.
Yeah,
but everybody kind of feels there's something going on.
Yeah, because most people live in a box, and they don't want to be in a box.
No doubt about it.
They open the lid every so now and again and just peek outside and they close it.
Yep. And come up with a different... Again, I would say I'm thinking that there very well might...
Project Blue Beam is a top-secret operation of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA of the United States of America. The goal of Project Blue Beam is to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist at its head, and to create a new world order via a technologically simulated second coming of a new Messiah. The allegations were presented in 1994 by Quebecois journalist and conspiracy theorist Serge Menas, and later published in his book Project Blue Beam, NASA. In the 1970s and 1980s, Menas was a journalist, poet, and essayist. He was an active member of the Social Credit Party of Canada.
Ce n'est pas eux qui sont les plus importants, ils sont seulement comme Kissinger, les valets de personnalité qui, elles, sont dans l'ordre. Vous avez d'autres dossiers? Oui, il y a le dossier.
In the early 1990s, he started writing on the theme of a new world order and conspiracies hatched by secret societies, being particularly inspired by the works of William Guy Carr. Menas founded the International Free Press Agency, where he published most of his work on these themes, achieving some prominence with an interview on esotericist and ufologist Richard Glenn's TV show, Esoterism Experimental, in which he repeatedly warned his audience about the dangers of a world government. He was interviewed by Glenn a number of times up to 1996. In 1994, he published Project Blue Beam, NASA, in which he detailed his claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a New Age religion, with the Antichrist at its head, and start a new world order, via a technologically simulated second coming of Christ. He also gave talks on this topic.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it was a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
Basically going to talk about New German medicine and just a little bit scratch introduction and how we have abilities that we can heal ourselves from everything. So basically what's playing in the background is a documentary, a French documentary called Seul contre tout in French, but it's called Alone Against All. It's a story about Dr. Gerd Hammer and how he basically got shunned by the world's health organizations and led scientists and stuff like that for finding a cure for cancer. And basically, I'm just gonna read you guys a little bit about New German medicine, as it's not called, which is was discovered by Dr. Hammer. I discovered it in 1981, which is him speaking. Is an exact natural science based on the 5 biological laws. It does not require any hypothesis or rigorous scientific terms. It's reproducible for any patient case. This was demonstrated and officially certified on September 9, 1998 at the University of Trnava, Slovakia. In biological medical terms, the German New Medicine identifies a living organism as an inseparable unity of the site, the brain, and the organ. All processes of the site and the organ are coordinated from the brain. Essentially, the brain is the main computer of our organism, the site, the programmer. Body, site together are basically the data receiver of the computer brain, both in optimal program mode and also when errors occur. By no means is the psyche the sole programmer of the brain. In case of injuries to the organ can also induce an automatic response in the brain and in the site. In this sense, the German New Medicine distinguished itself fundamentally from all the other medical schools of thought, in particular from those of standard medicine. The New German Medicine is an empirical natural science based on the 5 biological laws which have always existed and will exist. I merely rediscovered these natural laws, said Dr. Gerd Hammer. When I say that, they are applicable in equal measures to human beings, animals, and plants, even to the single-celled creatures. In fact, they apply it to the entire cosmos. And then naturally, they are valid concerning also called diseases. So-called diseases are part of a 2-phase meaningful spatial biological program of nature, MSBP. Lacking the medical and clinical relevance of these 5 biological laws prevent us from being able to understand, classify, and currently assess one single disease. We are unable to understand cancer and its contextual implication because we consider cancer to be incurable and are merely concentrated on eliminating the symptoms of the organ. Nor were we able to understand the so-called infectious diseases because instead of recognizing them as a healing symptoms, we consider them as aggressive disease which microbes out to destroy us. Equally ignored were the laws of the 2 phases of every disease, the psychological level, the cerebral level, as well as the sensitive of the left and the right-handedness, let alone the epileptic and the epiloid crisis and the so-called syndrome, which is the most frequent cause of death. All these new ways of understanding and of curing a disease are based on the understanding of the iron rule of cancer, the first biological law, and the so-called DHS, Dirk Hammer syndrome, named after this Dr. Hammer's son, my son, Dirk's, whose unexpected death was the cause why I developed testicular cancer.
Hey everyone, this message is specifically to my fellow millennials. Those of you who are 30 to 40, maybe you're approaching
In the game, we rise above pain. New Icy Hot Pro combines two maximum strength.
It's time once again for a big old compilation. And get ready, because this episode features 60 stories about alleged Skinwalker encounters. Yep, that's over 5 hours of Skinny Walker goodness. So pull on your skinny jeans and grab some Skinny Pop popcorn. It's about to get real, well, skinny in here. Also, don't forget to check out eeriecast.com for more scary podcasts like this. Now, let's begin. I might have encountered a Skinwalker from ZTC/W. A few years ago, in November of that year, I was about to turn 15. I was living with my family on a farm in Oklahoma. I remember being able to see an airport.
I like your bandana. Can you see it?
What creature is this?
Right where, Tor?
Right there.
Oh, is that it, Tor? Right?
That's it. Don't stand between tracks. Yeah, we saw.
Yeah. Slow down, real slow. Crazy ass fucking thing. Go hella slow. It's coming up. Standing there. Is it? Slow down, way down, way down. Don't do drugs, kids. That's a real fucking person. Go.
Oh my.
cave is scary alone.
And at the end, you meet the devil. So you got that going for you.
I'm not gonna go. I'm good right here.
That looks like an elaborate haunted cave.
Yeah, it looks scary too.
What would you call a skinwalker?
A shapeshifter. It is a group of people who do black magic, participate in witchcraft.
Is there a skinwalker in this cave? We gotta go!
Depends on what that skinwalker wants to do and wants to be at that time.
I'm beside you.
Oh, the knocking that we just heard. Oh, no way! Thank you.
This is a really timely story. Maybe the spookiest place in the country or in the world.
Dude, get the out of here, please, because somebody wants us to go.
The fuck is that? The fuck is that in the woods? Hello? Hello?
Chazán. No te quiero alzar, no te quiero proteger de nada. Te he traído aquí a este lugar para que tú desates todo lo que hay aquí en este sitio. Quiero que tú lo desates, Chazán. Quiero que tú...
Saray, ¿qué es eso? Ay, no mames, yo sí lo grabé, Saray, yo sí lo grabé. ¿Hola? No hay nada, Saray.
¿Qué era?
Era una persona, pero con los brazos torcidos, caminando.
Scaring Mexican mom with giant spider.
The heck is that? Shoot! Just get out of the house! Just get back to the house. Just get back to the house.
We got hearing weird noises in the forest. What the fuck? Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the hell is that? I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Logan? Hey, come on. Logan? The heck is that? Oh my god!
What the fuck is that?
Yo, what's...
Fuck! Run!
Guys, wait! Oh.
This is Skinwalkers. Look at them.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Oh, tiptoe by the garden of the willow tree. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me. Ladies, in flowers we'll stray, we'll
No buck.
I thought I seen a big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is it a buck? What is that? Dude, that's what. Wait a second. I think I see a.
Just keep watching.
Hey guys. Let me get the cameo on real quick. It's a little bit out of focus. Hello. Sorry for that. God damn it. What's that so out of fucking focus like that? Fuck is. There you go. Alright, you guys can you hear me good? Oh, what the fuck is that? God damn. I gotta set my camera better. It's that one. Check 1, check 2. Alright, there you go. Let me pop out shot. She's just messing with you, Jacob. Jake. Oh, motherfucker. Alright. Window capture. Capture. Filter. Okay, what the fuck? outside. Yeah, if I put Fam Guy, the stream's gonna be done in 5 minutes, not even. Eh. It's kinda... Yeah, Andrew Tate, my personal opinion of Andrew Tate is he's it's like an exaggerated like kind of guy who wants to look like an alpha male, like and stuff like that. I don't know if you saw old videos of Andrew Tate. He was a scrawny little nerd that would get rejected by every fucking girl, but he manned up. So, you know. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the this right here.
this, she called the cops.
I looked here, I didn't see anybody out on the road or any cars or anything. So I went back to my ring video to make sure I wasn't just courageously hearing something.
I can hear somebody saying something like that.
Well,
In this video, a dude wakes up from hearing something above the ceiling. He realizes that he is on the top floor and the only thing above him is the attic. So he walks over, grabs his flashlight, and heads up into the attic, and he looks up there. And you won't believe what he saw up there, alone, in the dark. You can see him exit the car and then him video recording showing off where he was staying to his parents, but then sees this unnatural creature crawling on the roof of his Airbnb apartment. He quickly walks back to his car and never returns. I can't say I blame him though. We don't know what that creature on his roof is capable of, and I assume that the person did not want to find out.
Is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Prove it?
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it.
What do you mean, prove it?
I don't know.
I've been face down in a ditch for 2 hours. I was trying to save your buddy, okay? I don't think there's much left I have to prove. Okay, if you could come help, that'd be nice.
And I assume that the person did not want to find out.
Is that you?
What the fuck is that?
Yo, what's...
Fuck, run! Run!
Guys, wait! Oh.
Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog. My dog don't know how to do no fucking trick. The fuck? Call 911. Hey! Somebody! Okay, I'm gonna end the live. I have to call the police. I have to...
you stab your ass. It's awful. He'll be big in a couple years. Something's wrong with him. He's about to run into your car.
You look comfortable. You look comfortable in your bed.
This is what a skinwalker can sound like. A skinwalker has been known to mimic the sound of people. So you think that someone's in trouble, you go out to help them, and they can attack and kill you. They do this so that you let your guard down and you think nothing of it. You go to help someone and BAM! What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below. Also, check out my YouTube, link in bio.
You can see in the video that he points the camera at the figure, not knowing what this thing is. He then locks the door for his safety, and as he looks back to the creature, it was staring at him.
It's not for me to say. You.
The fucking doors. Oh my god, Tyler! Tyler! I'm recording you. She's hexing. Guys, we found a suitcase.
Y'all just stop and stare. I get it though, it's weird seeing a microphone holding a mic.
What would you guys do?
See it? See that deer? Lucas, come here.
It's gonna get up and walk.
Yeah, come here, dude. Skinwalkers take the shape of anything, and that thing has not ran off yet, dude. I feel like that deer is following us. I can hear it in the woods. There's a light back there. Yep.
Always hunt with others. Never alone. Something isn't right with this deer.
Spooky bitch.
The dog is perfectly fine. I sure know I wouldn't be here and not know how my dog is. What the fuck?
The story behind Skinwalkers.
Watch out for skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are rare creatures that can transform into every living thing on Earth. So if your dog ever comes home with 6 legs instead of 4, you should run. Skinwalkers can also be humans. If a person you know starts to smell like rotten flesh, it's maybe a skinwalker. This is a picture of Skinwalker Ranch where you find them the most. If you ever decide to go there, watch out because skinwalkers are not friendly at all.
Animal skinwalkers disguise themselves as 1. Deers, 2. Humans,
What would you guys...
Have you heard the urban legend of the wendigo?
I don't think so.
It's kind of similar to the Skinwalker in a sense. Wendigos are like these big, large creatures. Legend says that they're humans that have been corrupted by greed, and they eventually get to the point that they become like cannibals. And it changes them. They look terrifying. They're giant, very intimidating creatures. They'll mimic humans in pain. Like they'll be hiding, and they'll be like, "Help me. Help me."
Oh, hell no.
And when you go to help, because you're a good person, they get you and they eat you. And there's 3 ways to deal with one: a silver bullet or silver stake in the heart, like kind of like a werewolf. Fire. They don't like fire, so you can burn them too. Or 3, don't go out in the woods in the middle of the night.
That's the option I'm taking.
As recently as 2021, this guy came out in Lake Erie. He looks out in the distance and he sees one.
Oh my God.
And you know, everyone's first instinct when you see something like that, a giant predator, get out of there as quickly as possible. But
now I'm sure by now, most of you have seen this photo flying around social media. It is a picture of the last Neanderthal. Oh my days. It says that this picture was taken in about 1901. And this Neanderthal was from the Netherlands. There's so much to our history that we do not know. But trust me,
Brandon Lawson, he was a guy who was driving on an interstate in Brant, Texas. He ran out of gas, right? And so his case is so famous because the 911 call, people listen to it and they say that they hear him saying different things. So I want you to listen to it and just decide for yourself what you think is going on here.
Yes, I'm in the middle of the field. It's like we're just pushing guys over. Right here going towards Javelin on both sides. My truck ran out of gas. There's one part here. I gotta take the bitch to the woods. Please learn. And when I talk is home, I show you it is home. That's the first guy. You need an ambulance? Yeah. No, I need the cops.
So that's the audio. After that, the call ends and Brandon was never seen or heard from ever again.
Do you think ghosts can help solve cold cases? Well, throughout history, there's been reports of ghosts coming back to tell their loved ones who killed them, like the story of Fred Fisher. And if you're interested in these kind of stories, I just did a podcast episode on the most famous one. So in 1826, an Australian man by the name of Fred Fisher disappeared into thin air. But this never sat right with his best friend John, because Fred seemed to have left in the middle of the night and didn't take any of his stuff with him. Fred's neighbor claimed that he had gone back to England and had named him the power of attorney. And then his neighbor starts selling all of Fred's stuff. So John starts thinking that something is not right. So one night, months later, John is walking down the street, he's had a few drinks, and right when he's passing Fred's property, he sees a ghostly figure standing in his yard. It looks exactly like Fred, but he's completely pale with like this dead stare. And the figure just lifts one hand slowly and points past John to a creek that's behind him. So the next day, John goes down to the creek right around where this apparition was telling him to go, and sure enough, he finds Fred's body. Not only did this ghost lead John to Fred's body, but it also led to the arrest of the sketchy neighbor for his murder. This full story and more this week on the pod.
The Muffin Man is actually a serial killer. You know the Muffin Man nursery rhyme, right? But did you know it was based on a dark, true story? 1 second. Chocolate chip. Tastes like your mama boning. But yeah, the story is darker than you think. Because in the 1800s, there was a man named Frederick Thomas Linwood. And he would wait lurking in alleys, looking for his next victims. And they would always be kids. You see, he would kidnap them and unalive them, luring them in with muffins. I mean, what kid wouldn't want a tasty snack? When the townspeople got word of what was happening, they decided to come together and figure out a way to prevent this, to spread awareness amongst the kids and keep them safe, warning them about the Muffin Man, who was a danger on Drury Lane. You're walking past the alleyway and the Muffin Man gets you. Your fourth act sees this and tries to rescue you. Let me know who it is and let me know if you think you'd be doomed or not. Anyways, he's one of the first documented serial killers in the world. And everyone still teaches this song to their kids.
In any city, in any country, go to any mental institution or halfway house you can get yourself to. When you reach the front desk, Ask the clerk for permission to visit someone who calls herself the Holder of the Beginning. A small smile will work its way over their mouth, almost as if to say, "You fool." You will then be taken down a long hallway, long enough that you would expect it to lead outside of the building. Yet, in clear violation of the laws of space and physics, it instead leads deep into the heart of the institution. The hall will be forever silent, even if you try to make noise. Screams will die before leaving your mouth, and footsteps will be muffled. In lieu of speech, your guide will simply point to a door. Beyond it lies a cozy room filled with a pleasant yet unidentifiable perfume. At the room's center, a beautiful woman holds her empty arms as if cradling something. This room will remain just as silent as the hallway that led to it, until you ask a singular question. Why were they separated? The woman will then explain, in excruciating detail, every horrific event in history. Every beating, every war, every rape, every killing. No travesty in the history of the universe will escape your ears. When she finishes, all will fall silent, and you will be free to leave. It is up to you to do what you will with this information. That woman is Object 2 of 538. It is...
People are convinced that this is a skinwalker. Listen carefully. Skinwalkers have the ability to mimic the sounds of a human voice, and they have been known to portray themselves as crows. So could this be a skinwalker? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, I did a video on my YouTube channel about...
This woman is truly the definition of an evil stepmother.
This is the heartbreaking case of Amani Moth, a little girl who was supposed to be taken care of by her stepmother. So Amani had a rough start to life. Her biological mother gave her up when she was born due to addiction, and Amani's father, Aman, gained full custody of her. He raised her mainly on his own, but in 2010 he met a woman while he was at church. That woman's name was Tiffany, and the pair would fall in love. A short time later, Aman and Tiffany would get married. Now Tiffany had 2 children of her own, and so the two families combined. However, Tiffany was particularly harsh to Amani. One day, Amani went to the nurse's office to tell the nurse that she was too afraid to go home. She said that her stepmother would beat her up due to a bad report card. When the nurse inspected the little girl, she saw bruises on her legs, and she knew that the story was true. Now, Tiffany was arrested and she admitted to hitting Amani. She was given 5 years of probation. And during this time, Amani was actually sent to live with her grandmother, and she absolutely thrived. Now, the grandmother begged Aman to let Amani stay with her, but Aman said no. So Amani actually went back to living with Tiffany. Now, Aman worked 2 jobs, and Tiffany was the sole carer of the family. There are no reports that she ever harmed her biological children, but Amani suffered greatly. She was starved, hit, and on one occasion, Tiffany cut off all of Amani's hair due to the fact that she was misbehaving. Now, everything came to a head on the 28th of October 2013. Amani sadly suffered a seizure, and for reasons I do not completely understand, she was never taken to hospital. Now later, Aman would say in court that Tiffany had convinced him not to, that they would lose custody of all their children if he did. Now, Aman tried to cover up Amani's death, but in the end, he confessed to a friend what had happened. And that friend told Aman that he had to go to the police and tell them everything. Tiffany was arrested and sentenced to death row, and Aman, who testified against Tiffany, received life in prison. For more 17 crime stories, you can...
You know how in the Philippines they had a whole rebellion, like a civil war?
Yeah.
Apparently, the way they stopped it, they used the aswang. No, they used the aswang to stop the civil war. The US had a lot of sanctions in the Philippines at the time, and they obviously didn't want them fighting and shit. So what they would do, they would find the rebel bodies. They would put 2 holes in their neck. So the dead rebels, they put 2 holes in their neck and hang them up on trees. So it looked like the aswang god.
Oh.
It was so crazy, and the rebels believed it so much. There was a ceasefire, and the revolution ended.
So they were that shook.
They were that shook, bro. White people been playing with us the whole time, man. The whole time, fam. They didn't know.
So I thought that like they caught the aswang and they released it.
No, that's
it's like
some Thanos shit where like if it snapped, like everyone would be let him out, let him out. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, but that's smart as fuck though. Yeah. Knowing Filipinos, they're mad superstitious. Yeah. They believe in that, and they just took the knowledge of the folklore and like, yo, we can use this for something.
Shaquille O'Neal is a giant, but did you know he was this big? Him standing next to his ex-wife. Him holding a normal Krispy Kreme donut. Him holding a basketball. Shaq's championship ring is so big that a normal person has to use their fingers to stay on their hand. Shaq wears a size 23 shoe and has to get them custom made. Him standing next to the tallest person in the world.
Here are my top disturbing/sad movies from Mexico. This was highly requested from my Latinx community, so thank you so much. Ustedes me cambiaron la vida. Los quiero mucho. Los quiero. Number 1, Amores Perros. Several people with intense living situations, including a teen that gets involved in illegal dogfighting, a supermodel, and a hitman, all have their lives unseemingly connected. This movie's gonna make you cry, get frustrated, get angry. It's really good. Check it out. Number 2, Pan's Labyrinth. A young girl gets a new stepdad that is captain of the Spanish army. However, he's extremely evil, he's a sadist, so he likes to watch people suffer. But through a fairy, she finds a secret labyrinth, and that's when she discovers a whole new fantasy world. And a lot of these fantasy creatures are like really creepy looking, so Guillermo del Toro just knows how to make monsters. If you know, you know. Last but not least, La Misma Luna. An undocumented Mexican child crosses the border to find his mom. This one's gonna make you cry.
Last night, a TikToker posted a video that seemed harmless until you looked at the comments and you realized something that was not right. In the video, this is the clip that got everyone questioning what's going on. You see him petting a dog, he turns back, and it's gone. Now, that wouldn't be too weird until you watch this video that he posted. Everyone's saying something just doesn't feel right about the video. He met a skinwalker. How could the dog have disappeared that fast, etc.? So right here, if you look in the rear view mirror, you can see he's trying to pet the dog, but there's no dog there. And that is the part that got me and everybody else.
This ex-fashion model was found dead at the side of the road. 47-year-old Rebecca Landreth worked for years as a successful fashion model, and she was also a great violinist. She was a finalist in the 2014 Miss Manhattan contest and America's It Girl Miss Lady Liberty. On February the 7th, 2021, in Union County, Pennsylvania, her body was discovered. A PennDOT worker discovered her body on the side of the road, and she had gunshot wounds to her neck. She also had wounds to her head, chest, and hand. The police shut down the area as they searched for evidence. Her face was so damaged it was hard to identify her at first. Rebecca had actually become estranged from her family and was travelling around under a different name. She'd been hitchhiking with truck driver Tracy Rollins, and it was actually a note in her pocket that led police to him. When they found him, they found the murder weapon, blood evidence, and bone fragments. He'd shot her 26 times, and he said this was to ensure that she was definitely dead and no longer suffering. Although he had made a poor attempt to clean up the crime scene, he hadn't done enough to conceal his guilt. He admitted to this hideous crime and will spend between 40 and 80 years in prison.
It's October 2nd, 2002. James Martin has just been shot in the parking lot of Shoppers Food Warehouse in Wheaton, Maryland. This would mark the beginning of a 3-week-long attack on innocent civilians across Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. James Buchanan was another victim whose life was taken on the following day. The motive unknown, but these sniper-style unalivings would continue for the following weeks, claiming the lives of 10 people and injuring 3 others. 35-year-old Conrad Johnson would be the last victim after being shot from inside the bus he drove for work. 2 days later, 41-year-old John Allen Muhammad and 17-year-old Lee Boyd Malvo were apprehended while sleeping in their modified blue Chevrolet Caprice at a rest stop off Interstate 70 in Maryland. The vehicle had holes drilled out of the trunk to allow the muzzle of the gun to peek out, and another hole for visibility.
This is why you should never get involved with an exorcism. A young priest and exorcist was driving out of town when he got a call from the Vatican. He had just finished one of the most brutal exorcisms in his life, surrounding a young boy who had been possessed. And although he battled for days, he wasn't successful. His bishop wanted to see him immediately. He arrived late that night and was brought straight through to the bishop, where he was informed that he was needed urgently in a small town in America regarding a new possession. When he arrived there the following night, he was shocked at how normal the farm looked, but he could tell on the family's faces when they greeted him at the door that they'd been living in distress for a while. The father led them into the kitchen and, along with his 2 daughters, explained how his 3rd daughter was possessed and how they thought it was just night terrors to begin with, but more recently she had started to harm them in her waking hours and speaking in different languages, and how they would find her crawling around at all hours of the night like a feral animal. However, when he went up to her bedroom to meet her, she seemed fine, but this was short-lived and she quickly reverted to her demonic self. He tried to exorcise her then and there, but before he could, she said in Latin, "They are coming for you, and there's nothing you can do, priest." The family, who were rightfully upset, said that they wanted the exorcism to take place the following night at sunset and didn't want to wait any longer. Agreeing to this, the next day, the priest decided to venture into town, and whilst there, decided to speak to some of the townspeople, one of which was a school friend of the girls. Seeing this as an opportune moment, he decided to probe him about her. He told the priest that he only really knew her through film studies when they were tasked with recreating the Exorcist film in school. This shocked the priest and asked if they'd ever learnt any Latin for that recreation. And to the priest's shock, the exact words she'd said to him in Latin were taken from their recreation in class. He also bumped into a local church member who informed him that the family weren't religious and always kept to themselves. With things not adding up, he raced back to the farm, and when he got there, he was shocked at what he saw, a cult-like gathering around a bonfire. And as he got closer, he saw the girl hooded with them. Just then, the other members crowded him and dragged him towards the bonfire. She explained to him that she was never possessed and that they needed a way for the Vatican to send them a priest, but more than that, an exorcist, and that there was no better sound.
Here, can you give me any sign, anything, moving the chair on the table or something? Oh my god, okay, wait. Okay, wait. Look at that, look at that, look. Can you stop now? It's enough. I know you are here. It's enough. What do you want? Okay, leave it. You need to leave now. This is not your house. You need to leave. This is not your house. No.